Hey everybody, welcome to Primo, Reef and Acrylics. Yet again, the last video of the sumps, the custom sumps that I've been building for my customers to view and choose any style that they want. This is one of my monster sumps. Now, for those of you who have aquariums that are more than 100 gallons or 150 gallons, ranging in lengths from 50 inches plus only. So I'm sorry for some of you who want this sump, but it's not available. Just reason why is because of the large requirements that the different stages this sump has. Now this sump here is pretty much a mock-up model. Sorry guys, this sump here is a mock-up model of a miniature mock-up model of the realistic sump. So obviously I can't build these sumps to have them on display as of yet. I will be in the future as soon as I land myself a decent store or something. So just going over the sump, what's gonna happen is starting from the left hand side, so this chamber here. So you have pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 chambers in total. Yeah, this is your all-in-one sump. Sorry, should I say all-in-one monster sump. Again, these fluorescent baffles allow for you to have actinic lighting inside the sump or inside the cabinets for these baffles to start glowing. Now, it's a really cool thing. If you actually buy one of my sumps and you add a blue light to your cabinets or inside your cabinet, you will see exactly what I'm talking about. So starting off, just to give you a quick description of what this sump is and how the stuff goes through it, if you can see from the side, I have, starting from the left, every single chamber has different levels of the baffles. Now, those are purposely placed as they gradually start higher and then they go lower to the return section. So starting off with the left hand side once again, you have your drain, and from the drain the water is going to flow up on top of the first 3 filter socks. The filter socks we can customize between a 3-inch or a 7-inch. You choose what you require for your tanks. From the filter sock you have an emergency leveling system, so usually the water would flow down and through the middle chamber and up to the second set of filter socks. So in case the first set overflows or gets clogged, it's not going to overflow the entire section and spill on over. What's going to happen is that it's going to flow over the little lip and go over, and if the second one fails, you still have an emergency lip that it goes over again. But usually, starting off again, you have your drain. Going from the top to the bottom, you have your water flowing down below that little gap there, up to the second set of filter socks, down and into the 3rd chamber. Now what this 3rd chamber is, first, second, third, fourth, actually sorry, 4th chamber. The 4th chamber is going to house multiple skimmers. Now if you're going to house a system that's more than anywhere from 150 to 200 gallon plus. I know some of you run double or dual skimmers with your reactors or anything you want. So this style or this model here is gonna house a dual skimmer. It's a monster setup for those of you who run heavy SPS, heavy reef tanks. When I mean reef, you're going all out. So it has your dual skimmers going over the water flow. The first baffle there again goes down under, and there's a black baffle right there. Now this black section here is gonna be a gigantic refugium miracle mud deep sand bed triple quadruple layer system. You can start off the whole system with maybe a 1-inch layer of sand bed, do a 3-inch layer of miracle mud, do another 4-inch layer of sand bed, and then the Caulerpa algae. You can have Chaetomorpha algae. You choose what you want. Flowing over that chamber, that baffle right there, and under and over again, will house your reactors. Now, a lot of times when you have multiple systems or a heavy reef tank, people actually put carbon reactors, biopellet reactors, Phosband reactors with GFO in it from Bulk Reef Supply. Really popular. Bulk Reef Supply store is phenomenal, guys. You know what? Great pricing, great service. What more can you ask for? But going forward, after you have your reactor chamber, water is going to flow up, and now you see a set of green fluorescents with a hole in it. Now those holes, what's going to happen is you're going to actually put your sponge inside of that. Now, for the reason for the sponge is because you have many layers of filtration that happens in the middle section there. You have your refugium. The sponge is the last stage of fine filter flossing. So pretty much it's after everything skimming from filter socks to skimmer to refugium and then back to the sponge, this is going to allow zero bubbles in the skimmer for your return pump. So it goes down, up again, and then into the return pump. Now return pump will be big enough to hold your you can have multiple Eheim filters or mag drive, the biggest model you have. It will be pretty gigantic. And then from there you have a series of baffles. One is bigger than the rest of them. Now if you watch my previous video, I have a similar concept on a mini setup. Now this one here is going to hold your auto top off. Okay, so depending on what size your system is and what requirements you have, I can make the auto top off anywhere from 5 to 10 to 25 gallon system. Now that's why when I say 25 gallon auto top off, obviously this is for a big system, and that's why when I say this monster sump is actually made for tanks over 150 or anywhere exceeding anywhere 50 to 80 inch sump. That's anywhere from 5 feet all the way down to an 8-foot sump. Now for this, please, you have to call me at 416-357-0160, or if you do want a quotation, please email me at Primo, Reef, and Acrylics at live.com. You can see more pictures of this on my Facebook channel. Sorry guys, have a little bit of sniffles, seasonal allergies, but ignore that. So have your auto top off, and then you have 1, 2, 3 sections in there. This is going to house your calcium, alkalinity, and magnesium. Okay? So what more can you ask for? A dual filter sock, dual skimmer, a gigantic refugium with miracle mud, a reactor chamber, a fairly decent sized sponge, and then you have your return auto top off with calcium, alkalinity, and magnesium. Tell me if I'm right or wrong, and correct me. I won't be wrong. If you have a gigantic system, this sump will house every one of your needs that you need for that tank. So Mr. Saltwater Guy, if you're watching this, or Mr. Saltwater Tank Guy or somebody, Mark Hallion, that's his name. Sorry, forgive me. If you're watching this and you have that 300 gallon tank, upgrade to this sump, because this will be the last sump you ever buy. Alright guys, now I'm going to show you a top view of the sump. Okay, so again, you drain your dual filter sock, your dual skimmer, your refugium, your reactor stage, you have your sponge, you have your return, you have your auto top off, and then the 3 magnesium, alkalinity, and calcium dosers. You can have dosing pumps on this, which will be the best bet. GHL standalone doser will technically run your auto top off. Calcium, alkalinity, magnesium. I mean, it's a great bet for your reef tank. You don't have to buy water reservoirs. You don't have to buy anything. You can house every one of your equipment and not worry about leaks in this sump. So for that being said, if you guys have any questions, please email me. I will give you a price on the sump. You can again choose any color you want. That again is Primo, Reef, and Acrylics at live.com. For quotations and for more pictures on the sump or questions, you can actually go log on to my Facebook channel, which is Primo, Reef, and Acrylics, or if you want to log into my Instagram for new promotions, please view or hashtag Primo, Reef, Acrylics, and you'll definitely get more information, more promotions, so forth. Okay guys, thank you for watching Primo, Reef, and Acrylics. This is the last version of the monster sump.